relentless New Mexico sun stretched its fiery fingers over Sunland Park, lighting up the ramshackle houses and parched desert that spread in an undulating tapestry of brown and gold. At the fringes of this desolate symphony resided a small, weather-beaten house, a solitary oasis of calm amidst the windswept aridity. Within it, Daniel Kane, a man of reticent charm and age-stained wisdom, found his sanctuary. Daniel, in his solitude, was an assemblage of quiet resilience and veiled anxieties, a concoction born out of a hardy police career marred by the unseen wounds of emotional trauma. His days were a testament to silence, broken only by the whispers of the dry wind and the occasional serenades of a wayward bird. A sudden shrill cry shattered the tranquility of the afternoon. His eyes, dull from age yet sharp with instincts, flickered towards the source of the interruption, the telephone, a symbol of his tenuous connection to the world outside, seldom used, seldom remembered. His heart fluttered, his anxieties nibbling at the edges of his calm demeanor. However, beneath the dread, a spark of anticipation glimmered. "Hello?" he asked, his voice an unsteady croak. On the other end of the line was a trembling voice, desperate and pleading, reeking of fear and coated with uncertainty. The mention of Sunland Park Police Station sent a cold shiver snaking down his spine. Old wounds were pried open, memories resurfaced, but he swallowed his apprehension. His role was to help, to serve, to put the missing pieces back into the distorted puzzle. His former colleagues had started acting strangely. Blackmail, odd behaviors, a symbol. His old life came rushing back, his heart pounding in his chest as if it were attempting to break free. But amidst the tidal wave of emotion, his determination remained unyielding. Perhaps this was a chance to reconcile with his past, a way to confront the shadows that still lingered in his dreams. He agreed to take the case, not for the thrill of the chase, but for the potential solace it offered, both for the desperate voice on the other end of the line and for himself. As he hung up the phone, his anxiety, like a recalcitrant beast, lurked at the corners of his mind. However, the Daniel that was emerging from the telephone conversation was different. An ember of purpose gleamed in his eyes. Beneath the scorching sun and amidst the spectral dust devils, a new day was dawning. No longer a mere spectator of life, he was embarking on a perilous journey into the shadows of Sunland Park. What lay ahead was uncertain, fraught with peril, possibly even maddening, but he was ready to listen, to delve, and to unearth the sinister strings pulling at the heart of his beloved town. As the echoes of the telephone call faded away, the gravity of the situation set in, spiraling him into the depths of a dark mystery that danced tantalizingly out of reach, beckoning him into the realm of the unknown. Sunland Park Police Station, an edifice of concrete and fading memories, loomed before Daniel as a monolith of his past life. As he approached, each footstep kicked up a swirl of memories. His pulse echoed in his ears, like a muffled drum throbbing against the sepia-tinted silence of his mind, and his breath staggered, hitching on the cusp of his lips. The station doors, once a welcome threshold, now felt like the jaws of a behemoth. As he stepped inside, he was greeted by a chilling stillness. The hustle and bustle that once pulsed through the station was reduced to a ghostly murmur, replaced by an unsettling quietude that hung heavily in the air. His old colleagues shuffled about like specters, their smiles replaced by vacant stares. Their voices, once filled with camaraderie and warmth, had been replaced by monotonous whispers that floated aimlessly, like dandelion spores carried by a breeze. Amidst the echoes of these ossified whispers, he found his resolve wavering. He remembered Detective Walters, a man of robust laughter and contagious enthusiasm. Now Walters appeared a shadow of his former self. His laughter vanished into the abyss, his eyes devoid of their characteristic sparkle. "Hey, Walters," Daniel ventured, his voice a tremulous thread of sound. "Daniel," Walters greeted him, his voice eerily flat. What followed was a heavy dialogue, a verbal dance between the lines of normality and dread. Hints of bizarre behavior, unresolved cases, officers succumbing to mysterious bouts of madness, all of it tied to an enigmatic symbol, a spiral circumscribed within an octagon, repeatedly surfacing in inconspicuous places. The symbol seemed innocuous, yet it sent a shiver down Daniel's spine, stirring a primordial fear. As he walked out of the police station, the sun was setting, casting long, ominous shadows that stretched across Sunland Park. The town that once hummed with familiarity now echoed with eerie uncertainty. A chill wind picked up, swirling around him, carrying with it whispers of the townsfolk's strange behavior, hinting at the dark underbelly of Sunland Park. Retreating to his solitary home, he wrestled with his mounting anxiety. The cryptic symbol haunted his thoughts, an insistent specter clawing at the fringes of his sanity. As the night pressed in, he found himself caught in the crosshairs of a terrifying revelation. The symbol, the whispers, the drastic change in the town's demeanor. All signs pointed towards an unholy entity, a dark cult operating in the shadows, the Umbral Veil. His heart pounded as he realized the gravity of the situation. His hometown was now a stage for a nightmarish puppet theater. The town's inhabitants, including his former colleagues, were just marionettes, their strings pulled by this chilling organization. As the night deepened, his resolve hardened. He was standing on the precipice of a dark abyss, teetering between the safety of ignorance and the harrowing path of knowledge. He had to delve deeper into the shadows to seek the truth behind the cult. As dawn punctured the night, casting long spectral shadows across Sunland Park, Daniel found himself ensnared within the cryptic web spun by the Umbral Veil. His world, once calm and secluded, now teetered on the brink of a maddening revelation. Each shuddering breath he took was laced with trepidation and a chilling determination to unmask the puppeteers controlling his beloved town. His investigation led him to the heart of Sunland Park, where he discovered the first tangible thread of the cult's existence. A derelict building, tucked away in a labyrinth of sun-bleached alleyways, bore the haunting symbol that had infiltrated his nightmares. The spiral within an octagon, etched crudely into the weathered wood, seemed to pulsate with an unseen energy. It was as if it was alive, breathing, and aware of his gaze. Emboldened by his discovery, he ventured into the building, his footsteps echoing in the vacuous silence. What he found inside was the stuff of nightmares. Cryptic symbols and inscrutable texts plastered the walls, a grotesque tapestry of unknown rituals and the dark cosmos. Among them, an ominous line caught his eye. "In the shadow of the veil, all are one." A chill ran down his spine as he pondered the significance of those words. His encounter with Walters, the strange behavior of the townsfolk, the unexplained cases at the police station, they were all part of an intricate dance choreographed by the cult. The darkness began to crowd him, its cold tendrils reaching into the deepest recesses of his psyche. His memories of anxiety disorder, of unseen monsters lurking in the shadows, became intertwined with his present reality. The apparitions that had haunted his dreams were no mere figments of a troubled mind, but fragments of the deeper, darker reality that the cult worshipped. His heart pounded in his chest, a wild, terrified animal clamoring to escape. Yet he couldn't afford to succumb to the terror. He had plunged too deep into the dark waters of the truth, his fate entwined with the cult's mysterious dance. He needed to understand the purpose of the Umbral Veil, their grip on Sunland Park, and most importantly, their interest in the police station. Stepping out of the derelict building, the world seemed to have transformed. The town's sun-soaked facade crumbled, revealing a grim puppet theater with its citizens as marionettes. The strings were invisible, but he could feel their existence, an unseen force controlling the town's pulse. He couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched, of being just a pawn in a grand, unholy game. His former sanctuary now felt like a ticking time bomb, a battleground where the lines between sanity and madness blurred. But there was no going back. Armed with his newfound understanding of the cult, he decided to confront them. With a renewed purpose and a dreadful anticipation of what was to come, he prepared to delve into the belly of the beast, the subterranean lair of the cult beneath the police station. As midnight draped its dark veil over Sunland Park, Daniel found himself standing before the familiar police station. Yet it was no longer a beacon of order and justice. It had transformed into the mouth of a monstrous abyss, one that promised revelations of unspeakable horror and intrigue. The whispers of the night swirled around him, goading him toward the precipice of a haunting abyss. A hidden passage beneath the station guided him into the gloom, each step descending further into the unknown. The cold, damp air reeked of fear and an ancient, otherworldly presence. A dread-soaked darkness, thick as tar, wrapped around him, its pulsing silence echoing the monstrous rhythm of the cult's unholy dance. The underbelly of the station revealed a sprawling cavern, illuminated by a spectral glow. Twisted figures danced around a monolithic stone, their hollow chants echoing through the cavern. Their bodies swayed in a haunting rhythm, their faces hidden beneath hooded cloaks. At the heart of this macabre spectacle, etched onto the stone, was the insidious symbol, the spiral within an octagon. He watched, petrified and entranced, as the shadowy figures worshipped the symbol, their whispers morphing into a cacophonous litany. His mind reeled, struggling to comprehend the spectacle, to find a pattern amidst the madness. Then it hit him like a chilling wave, the spiraling insanity of Sunland Park, the transformation of his colleagues, his own dance with his inner demons. They were all reflections of the cosmic horror the Umbral Veil revered. He was not an outsider looking in. He was a part of the dark dance, ensnared by the cult's unholy tune. He felt a disorienting pull, a call from the abyss, seducing him into surrendering his sanity. The chilling realization sent a wave of terror coursing through his veins. But there, on the precipice of madness, he found an unexpected resolve. His fear became his weapon, his trauma, his shield. He would not succumb to the dance. He would not let his beloved town be swallowed by the abyss. Fueled by this defiance, he emerged from the shadows, his presence disrupting the ritual. The cavern fell silent, all eyes on the uninvited guest. What transpired next was a blur, a scramble of cloaked figures, a surge of adrenaline, and then an explosive chaos. He fled, his heart pounding in his chest, the echoes of the cult's angry howls chasing him back up the passage. As he resurfaced, the police station was bathed in the soft glow of the pre-dawn light. He had escaped, leaving the abyss and its nightmarish dance behind. His survival, however, was not without a cost. His mind, once a sanctuary, was now a playground for eldritch horrors, his perception of reality forever distorted. He had gazed into the mirror darkly, and the reflection staring back was a changed man. Sunland Park, too, was forever altered, its sun-soaked facade tarnished by the dance of the Umbral Veil. But amid the ruins of his former life, a glimmer of hope sparked. He had survived the dance. He had glimpsed beyond the mirror. He was now a silent guardian, a watcher in the shadows, ready to protect his town from the puppeteers of the cosmic dance. We appreciate you tuning in. If you fancied the content, show your support with a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to keep up with our eerie adventures. Eldritch Tales Factory has plenty more to offer. Until next time.